be interactive. So let me share few flow of this particular session, how we will conduct this session and how you can interact with the speaker. So the first 30 minutes we will discuss about the code problem, and speaker will introduce himself, and we will talk about the problem. We will understand and build the rapport with the audience first. So please be attentive, be interactive with us. We have some polls on the top of the meeting room. So there you can interact with polls. Also, you can react on this particular meeting with emojis, and also you can interact through the chat box. So if you have any doubt, any questions, the speaker will address those particular things. So just put your questions and any kind of a doubt on the chat box so that we can grab your thought and just a minute. Yeah. So yes, it's 5-1. So please welcome Mr. Janak Thakkar with us. Hello, sir.
Yeah, hello.
Yes. Today we have 32 people joined this particular call with us, and the energy is pretty high, everyone. So please give thumbs up if you're feeling energetic, or if you want to collect some kind of a knowledge, or thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Fantastic. The energy is pretty high. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Yes, Balay and anyone. So you guys have raised your hand. So yes, do you want to say something here?
No problem, just saying the thumbs up. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. What motto for the meeting? Okay, so yes, Ganesh, the motto of the meeting will be revealed. So that we will talk about the cloud infrastructure today, because more or less every founder is know about the cloud infrastructure, what cloud means. Okay, and now the thing is, whatever business you're doing, when you are handling the data and anything for your business, more or less you're using cloud, right? For the Google Drive for your own business data, right? So for that, there are a lot of nitty-gritties involved with us. Most of them who are technical or non-technical, both of the founders do few mistakes. For that, they have to pay a big checks, or maybe they cannot, grab the 100% facilities or the, amenities of the Google Cloud, correct? Or any kind of a AWS infrastructure or Oracle infrastructure, whatever you can say. So Mr. Janak Thakkar, he is a veteran in this particular field, and in his journey, he has, seen these kind of infrastructure, how it evolves over the time, correct? Because we have to understand the history, and so that we can predict the future. So for your business, each and everything you do, it's all about history you have, right? To secure that history, to predict the future, you have to have the proper security, proper infrastructure, and Mr. Janak Thakkar will deliver all this knowledge to us through this particular session. So is it helpful for everyone? So just give thumbs up till now if you got the crux of this particular session. Fantastic. Okay. Thank you so much. So so just a minute, guys. So yeah, let's start the session, and please welcome founder of the DevOps Techlab, Mr. Janak Thakkar. So please, sir, introduce yourself, and we are here to learn from you, and we will interact with you. And audience I'm sure there are a lot of doubts, a lot of questions coming on, right? So yes, so please, sir, over to you.
Yeah, hello everyone. First of all, thank you very much, Wiser team, for giving me, this opportunity, and thank you everyone for joining this session at late evening. And this is again, Friday. But I will make sure, this session will be very fruitful, and you will gain something out of this session. As discussed, I will try to cover this session in next 30 to 35 minutes. After we can have question answer, where you can ask any question. So yes, my name is Janak Thakkar, and I'm a founder and CEO at DevOps Techlab. We are basically located at Ahmedabad, Gujarat. So let me give you introduction what exactly DevOps Techlab is doing. Just a minute. Let me share my screen. Okay.
Yeah.
So yes, it is visible, correct?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay, that's
Yes.
great.
Perfect.
Perfect. So let me keep like this. Okay, so I can also.
Yeah. This is perfect now, sir. I think.
Into
Yes.
slide. Yes. So what exactly DevOps Techlab is doing? So name is DevOps Techlab, so you can easily identify that. We are mainly working on client projects that is related with cloud and DevOps. Okay, so you can consider any cloud, whether it is we are talking about major cloud like AWS, Azure, or Google Cloud, or you can say anything in DevOps. Later on, I will give you some idea if you don't know what exactly DevOps is. And we are serving clients more than 10 plus country, and in last 8 years we have delivered more than 200 plus projects where we are working on client projects that is related with, you can say, migration, complete CI/CD pipeline buildup, complete infrastructure as a code. Later on, I will give you some idea what exactly infrastructure as a code. Apart from that, consider your cloud bill is more than $10,000 and you want to reduce it without decreasing any performance. So we work on such kind of project as well. And we have achieved AWS SMB competency. Apart from that, we are AWS Cloud Advanced Partner, Microsoft Partner, Google Partner, Adobe Partner. And in this month, we will be, Apple Partner as well. So today's agenda of this session, okay, nowadays, each and every company are moving towards the cloud, whether it is a major cloud or smaller cloud. So what are the problems and pain points for their particular startup, whether it is SMB or startup? So let me give you a few hints about that. What are the exactly pain points? See, I come through multiple questions that, one startup or SMB company wants to move towards the cloud, but they have no idea, after moving to the cloud, what will be their actual cost. So they, feeling fears like that, if I move to the cloud and consider my cost will be monthly $300, $500, how I will predict that? Okay, that is the first question they have. Consider they have started using the cloud, so they have a concern whether they are using proper strategy or not. That means whether they have done proper security or not. That is the first thing. Second thing, whether they are using resources properly or not. Because in cloud, whatever you use. So consider if you are using 1 GB RAM server, you have to pay X amount. But if you are using 2 GB RAM server, you are paying 2X amount. Same with 4 GB RAM server, you have to pay 4X amount. So okay. Sometimes I am not sure whether which server is right for me. And sometimes we have bad practice. Initially, when we set up OS, we by default give C drive 100 GB, D drive 200 GB. Same practice followed by startups and SMB when they are first time using the cloud. So sometimes requirement is only 50 GB, but at starting they are giving 100 GB. So cloud will charge this based on 100 GB storage. They are not seeking that you are actually utilizing it 35 GB. That is the main problem that companies are facing. Another problem that companies are facing, that is they are not aware about, because for startup data is important. Okay, when they have built the product.
Hello. Sorry to interrupt you, sir. Sir, can you just on the presentation screen, can you just omit the meeting window so that people can see the presentation properly?
Sure.
Not yes. Huh. Can you just?
Okay, sure.
Cross.
Okay.
Yes. Close.
Got it.
And I think you can just have the presentation, and the presentation is gone.
Just a minute.
Okay. So till then, I think people, you guys can see on the top right corner of the window, there is a purple button for the poll. So where we want to understand which cloud platform are you currently using or planning to use for your product, correct? So please
Correct.
vote on the polls so that we can have the idea. So what kind of demographics of the audience we have right now with us, correct? So please do vote.
Correct.
And one more, sir. So before deep dive into the things, so I just want to understand. So there are a lot of people, who are doing some kind of a early stage business, or there are some people who are doing a more than 50-year ARR business here, correct?
Okay.
So for the both of the things, when we start a company, we need we mostly try the free tier things, right, for our businesses, cloud infrastructure. So as we grow, how we can manage it, because sometimes we want to keep it in a free tier, but we have to pay some kind of amount, unexpected amount, because we don't have the knowledge of the infrastructure, right? So how we can control these kind of a thing, what will be the integrities, and how a non-tech founder also here, they can understand the cloud infrastructure in a very basic layman way, so that the baseline of the cloud should be in their they can understand it and they can implement it with their team.
Definitely. So see, let me start with very basics. Why people are, companies are moving towards the cloud. Consider I am not using cloud and I want to set up one application server. So what I have to take care, and that should run, 24/7. So in that case, I required one local server in my company. That is the first thing. I have to make sure that 24/7, that server should be up and running. Internet connectivity should be, continuously. There should be no break. Otherwise, my application or, consider website will be down in that case. That is the third problem. Fourth problem, what if there is, some hardware issue?
Yeah.
Other problem, how I will, configure high availability. Consider if my data loss, suddenly hard disk data loss. So I have to make sure, backup is happening continuously. And let me give you one more example. Okay, how cloud resolve this problem, so you will get easy idea.
So your presentation is not visible. Sorry to interrupt you. If you're presenting,
so,
perfect.
Yes. So that is the question. Single point of failure when your hard disk is lost or having some issue. So let me give you one idea. In AWS cloud, there is one service called IDS that company are mainly using for database. And I am sure what I am going to tell you right now, 98% company don't know that AWS in IDS service providing this facility. So can anyone say, I have taken the backup at night 00:30, okay, database backup. And right now consider it is 5:12 p.m. Okay, and suddenly someone has deleted my data and I want to restore the data. Till what time I can restore?
Okay, so again, anyone from audience?
Yeah, I have taken backup at 00:30. Okay, and right now at 5:12 p.m. suddenly my developer has deleted the data, or you can consider some kind of attack happened, and due to that my all data lost. So how much data loss you have to, I can say that how much data you have a loss.
So anyone from the audience want to answer this particular question? Anyone have any kind of idea? You can react also, or you can unmute yourself and you can come forward for this.
Yes, exactly.
I think, okay, there is no volunteer here. So you can explain.
So most people will
restoration point.
Yes, Pushkar.
Yes, last restoration point. Exactly correct answer, Pushkar. Last restoration point means 00:30. So I can say that I have loss of data 15-16 hours. But in AWS Cloud IDS database service, company can enable automated backup feature. Okay, where you are not going to, where AWS will not charge you anything extra. If you enable that automated backup feature in background, in database there is a transaction log. So what they are doing, AWS team, they are taking transaction log backup every 5 minutes. And consider if you again taken the backup at 00:30, and at 5:12 p.m. someone has deleted the data, you can restore the data till 5:10 p.m. So that is a single point of failure. I am talking about such kind of facility you can get in AWS cloud or any other cloud. But if you try to do same thing in locally, then you have to only restore at last restore point, that is 0030. So that is the reason it is important. Even last time, in this Dubai or other attacks, Iran attack, AWS one data center completely lost. So many companies face this issue for a data loss. So generally, even in that case, Amazon provides facility. You can take your data backup automatically just by clicking one option. You can take backup in another region. So consider your server hosted on India region. You can automatically take backup in Singapore region or North Virginia region, US region. So that kind of facility it is there. So that is called single point of failure. And most of the things I have seen that company, when you are started using cloud, everything is public. Okay.
Yeah.
If you don't know how to secure your cloud environment, so in that way what happens, generally what people is doing in AWS cloud, there is service called IAM where we can create the user, and for programmatic access we generally create access key and secret access key, and that people store in Git, open Git repository. So that is the credential, cloud credential, and sometime some kind of attack is happening and suddenly their cloud bill, what you talk about, from $1,000 to it will increase to the $2,000. So we should aware about that. These are the security practice like multi-factor authentication, proper credential setup that we need to follow. So most of the startup problems are when they are not aware, either they over provision. So I have said that requirement is 4 GB RAM and 50 GB hard disk. They have set up 8 GB RAM server, and 100 GB hard disk server. So they have to pay double. Even after setting up the server, they are not sure where actually their cost is going. Sometimes they are not setting up the budget alarm. So in that way, suddenly cost, as I told you, suddenly hike in cost, and they are not aware about that. Single point of failure and security. In later session, question answer session, if you want to ask anything, I will reply on this as well.
So sir, till now we got 12 votes on our first poll. So 7 people are here using AWS infrastructure for their cloud services, and 3 votes have gone to the GCP server, GCP infrastructure, and 1 is using Azure and not on cloud yet, multi-cloud. 1 vote we have got, and we got something in the chat box that someone using DigitalOcean as their cloud infrastructure. So that's our minimum demography we can figure it out till now.
That is great. So see, for small company, it is good when you want to again use only 1 or 2 server, or again load balancing, auto scaling. So they can go for DigitalOcean. So you can consider DigitalOcean like a shop, and this major cloud provider, it is like a mall where in a single place you want to use multiple services. You can go for this major cloud provider, and you can find any service which you want. So company choose either a major cloud I am talking about, whether AWS, Azure, or Google. Some company are using multi-cloud as well. As just we have discussed, single point of failure. So primary site is in Amazon cloud, and failover site is whether in Google cloud or Azure cloud, something like that. So that is also good idea, and nowadays company have started doing that. So company are either choosing AWS, Azure, and Google, depend on their setup. So if company is mostly using Microsoft environment, they generally prefer Azure cloud. That I have seen, company which are using mostly AI related services, they are choosing Google cloud, and other company where they want to use all kind of service with a general service, they prefer AWS cloud. And I've seen that people found AWS UI is also good, easy to understand, easy to set up, everything. So that is the reason, some companies are again moving towards the AWS cloud. And as an further, I will discuss AWS advanced partner, Microsoft and Google partner. how we will support you in your journey. So there are, you know,
sir, before going into this particular chapter, so till now, audience, can you just react on this particular topic? So till then, whatever we are discussing, it is you are getting the crux, right?
so can you open
Okay.
another poll? In
Yes,
that case?
yes. The
Second poll.
another poll is already live here, and people are giving us the thumbs up. So they are getting the crux, and thank you so much for confirming us, because this session is for you. If you don't get the crux, so then this is waste of time for you guys also, correct? So please try to understand whatever we are discussing, and if any doubt comes, so put it on the chat or keep in your mind and ask when the Q&A will start. Is it perfect? Okay. So the another poll is live here. People have started voting. So 6 votes, 7 votes. So voting accounting. So guys, please keep voting, everyone. We will encourage you to keep vote. And till then, sir, you can continue your topic. And after this particular topic, we shall discuss on the polls.
Okay. That is absolutely fine. So right sizing and cost control. So see, consider I have set up everything on cloud. Okay. Now, if I do not have proper monitoring system in picture, see where monitoring system guide us, as just we have discussed, I have set up 8 GB RAM server. See, at starting it happens, I will configure this server, which is high in RAM and high in CPU, because as a cloud admin, I do not want that, anything will be done. But once, after setting up, I have to check, after week or 2 weeks, whether whatever I have set up, whether it is proper or not. So for that, what exactly company is doing? So cost comes mainly into, compute part. Compute means you can consider your server, like light cell service, EC2 instance, Azure VMs. Another thing, this is the general service that most of the company are using. Another service is database. Third service is storage. So in database also, let's take an example of AWS cloud. I have just told you, you can restore point in type, kind of backup. And that backup is, totally free. You can keep your backup 35 days, totally free of cost. But as company are not aware, okay, they generally take manual backup. And for manual backup, they are paying the charges. Same way, let me talk about, compute and database part. What happened in AWS or Azure or Google Cloud, when you commit your workload for a 1 year or 3 year, Amazon will give you discount, on your billing, that is minimum 10% and maximum 72%. So in AWS, you can use reserve instance. But some companies are not aware, apart from that reserve instance where you can use, where your region is fixed. Okay, that is the first thing. Second thing, your server configuration is generally fixed. So there are, different type of, whoever knows, cloud, there are T type of instance, M type of instance. So if you are committed or reserve instance T family, you cannot move towards M family or C family. So instead of that, there are saving plan as well, where you can move, to different family, different region, even that is apply commonly for Lambda, EC2 instance, light cell, that is commonly applied. So by using this feature, saving plan, reserve instance, proper monitoring system in picture, I have seen that, company are, reducing their AWS infrastructure cost or Azure infrastructure cost from minimum 20% to, 40%. And I've seen that some company can save, more above than 40% as well. That is exactly happening. Storage also, let me give you one example, because few techie people are also here. In AWS cloud, there is a service called S3, okay, where you can take your data backup. There are other purposes as well, but in storage service, there are different type of storage in S3, like standard storage, infrequent storage. In Glacier also, Glacier deep archival, Glacier instant retrieval. Let me give you charge for 1 TB data backup in AWS cloud. I have taken the backup of 1 TB data, but by default, Amazon will use standard storage. So if I store 1 TB data backup, I have to pay monthly $24 in that case. But I have, keep that data only for backup purpose. That is the first case. So why I have keep for backup purpose? Maybe in a future or, in next few months, someone delete the data, or even again, in case I have to restore that data, I can restore it. So AWS have facility, you can use Glacier deep archival storage. Okay. For 1 TB for same data backup, instead of $24, you have to pay only $1. But yeah, there are some terms and conditions. While you restore the database, it will take up to 12 hours of time. There are other type of storage as well, where you can restore the data immediately, like Glacier, but you have to pay only $5 to $6. So some company or startup, or SMB company at the starting level I am talking about, or some mid-sized company as well, they are not aware where they can exactly save the cost. So some reserve instance saving plan, same way in automated backup, not manual backup is required in development and QA work. Same in storage. I'm just talking about 3 services, but in our cloud, there are multiple services. So in each and every service, there are multiple options where you can, save your infrastructure cost. See, cloud is a costly if I'm not aware. Okay. If I don't know how to use AC in my room, then again, it is costly. But if I know how to use it, so definitely you can reduce the cost. So this is the, where mainly startups and SMB are facing the problem. They have taken the fund, they have taken the credit, and that immediately they are using it.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think people are getting the things right, and I think this is very much important. So the analogy of AC is absolutely apt for these particular situations, because most of the tech people who are just starting the journey, or maybe non-tech people, so they thought they have a fear in the mind. So boss, avoid all of these things, because there will be unexpected cost coming in, which may hurt our business economics, right? So now the thing is, on that thing, we got 13 votes for the second poll. And what's your biggest cloud cost concern right now? So we got 4 votes or the over provisioned resources. Then 5 votes we got no cost visibility or alert. 1 vote we got security risks, and 3 votes we got don't know where to start.
Correct.
Yes,
So that exactly. So no proper monitoring system. That's the reason. Third section is about you should have proper monitoring and alerting system in picture. As just I told you, I have given the hard disk 100 GB. In cloud, at starting you cannot give 500 GB hard disk, because you have to pay whatever you are provisioning. So generally what I have to do right now, 100 GB requirement, give 100 GB. Keep alert when hard disk utilization is greater than 80%, memory CPU utilization is greater than 70 or 80%. I should get an email alert. Even in a cloud, there is an option called you can use auto scaling feature as well. In auto scaling, what you can do in a whole day, consider between morning 10 to afternoon 2 and evening 6 to 8. My website load is very high. Okay. So I have to set up the server accordingly. So I will check that 10 to 2, I required 16 GB RAM server. So I have to set up one server with 16 GB RAM, because in a day 6 hours I require that 16 GB RAM server. But apart from that 6 hours, I generally have requirement of 4 to 6 GB RAM. So AWS and other cloud provide a facility. You can configure auto scaling. So in a whole day, you can keep 2 server of 4 GB RAM. Okay, that means 8 GB RAM. Whenever your load will increase in terms of whether memory or CPU, new server will be provisioned automatically. So consider morning 10 o'clock server will provision automatically. Consider today after 1:30 PM, your load decrease. So that server will be automatically deleted. So whenever you are creating new server, for that time, you need to pay extra charge. Even some AWS provides some spot instance as well. So whatever new server that you are creating, you can use spot instance. So for spot instance, consider your server price is, let me give you an example. For 1 hour, it is $1. Okay. So that spot instance you can get at $0.1 or $0.2, up to 90% discount you can get. And you can decrease your cost by using, load balancing, auto scaling. Apart from that, proper monitoring system in picture, and company are using different monitoring system. This is company whose environment is very big. They are, monthly AWS cloud cost is $30,000, $40,000. They are going for paid solution, like Datadog. But company where, environment is up to $10,000, I can say consider big. $10,000 is again not a small bill, but, generally company what wants that if they are getting, one open source monitoring system that is doing good, so that is enough for us. So most of the time I have seen that company are using, Prometheus and Grafana monitoring as well. So you should have, proper monitoring system in picture, either CloudWatch, that is Amazon Cloud, Azure monitoring, GCP operation, Datadog, if you have, environment monthly $50,000, $60,000 bill, and most of the company are using Grafana also. So you should have that, completely give you visibility where exactly you are, whether you are using your infrastructure properly or not. Perfect.
Got it. But in between, for our audience, I'm just going to live the second poll also, third poll also of this particular session. So guys, please keep voting. On the right corner, you will get a purple color button, and the new poll is live. You got the notification, so just keep voting us. And till now, sir, I have heard about you that you also train people on the cloud infrastructure and the cloud stuff.
Correct, exactly.
The most interesting thing I got from my team is that the cloud professionals who are in Gujarat, and majority of them are trained under your supervision.
Yes, exactly. And, so if you even Google it, cloud training, DevOps training in Gujarat, you can see my page. You will find my name as first. You can check my LinkedIn profile as well. So mostly, I am 70% are industry people who is actually, working on cloud, or they have started using cloud, and 30% are, because nowadays, since last 2 years, I have seen that 20%, 30% college student are also, moving towards the cloud and DevOps side as well. Previously, ratio was 90% industry people, 10% college student, but nowadays 30% college student and 70% industry people, I am training.
Yes, fantastic. Exactly. So here, if you are a student, you're joining this particular call, there is a very less chance we have student in this call, but if anyone is there, so please, you can have, connect with the speaker directly. So my team will share, the group link here. So you can join the group and you can stay connected with Mr. Janak Thakkar for your, for the training purpose. You can connect in, or if you're planning the cloud infrastructure for your company and all, so that you can refer his supervision for the infrastructure building. So yeah, and we are getting votes for the things, and the 4 votes is coming in. And so have you done right sizing review of your cloud resources in the last 6 months? And we got just 1 vote for the yes, regularly, and 1 vote for never, and 2 votes not sure what that means.
Okay, so see,
so guys, keep voting also. Yeah,
see, I am not doing that. That reason is mainly I am telling you. Between 2021 to 2023, I have worked on 1 project, and I was working as a DevOps lead for that particular project. And what is happening? Even I know, how to reduce the cloud cost. I was not getting enough time in a company where I can check, where I can save the cost. Okay, because continuously, development teamwork, QA teamwork, I have to deploy new production environment, staging environment, QA environment. So most of the company, what they are doing, even in last 6 months, they are never checking where exactly, their cost is going. And that is the most important thing. At least every 6 months, it is good practice to review at least at quarter, but at least at 6 months, you review your account. I'm definitely telling you, you can easily reduce 10 to 20% cost, because sometimes your team is creating this server and they forgot to delete it because it is not my bill. Okay, it is company bill. Yeah. At my home, I will keep AC on off properly, but in my company, maybe I will keep switch on, live, AC, everything. So people are sometimes not watching it. So it is good practice. One senior engineer can, review the account every quarterly. So you can easily identify where exactly your cost is going. So that is good thing to, check. Let's move to, next, identity and access management. So see, each and every cloud, there is service called, where you can use users and group. At starting, I have already discussed, if you store, credential on GitHub repository, there are, chances your account will be hacked in next 1 week. So we have to make sure that everyone knows, we have to configure multi-factor authentication. We have to give list privileges. So I'm not going to talk about anything. Even we have to configure, logging and alerting. But main question is, if right now I will ask you to set up one complex password for your, laptop in a company, who will do that? How many people will do that out of 100? Might be 10% or 20% people will do that. Okay. Other 80% people will not do that. They will not set any complex password. But consider I am a senior engineer in a company and you have started using cloud. I am giving access to the junior engineer, developer, QA team. And they are not configuring any multi-factor authentication because it is not, their money going from their pocket. So in cloud, you can, apply that forcefully as well. So consider I'm giving access to the Jonty. Okay. So in cloud, you can configure policy in such a way that if Jonty will not configure multi-factor authentication, even after logging to his account, he will not able to access anything. Once he will set up a multi-factor authentication, he will be able to access everything. So if Jonty will not able to access, he will come to me that you have given the access, even though I am not able to, access any service. What I will say, have you configured multi-factor authentication, which is, compulsory required. So this is how you can, you can force people to, configure multi-factor authentication. Then and then only, they can use the account. Otherwise, security, everyone knows, but we have a limited time. Okay. That everything we have to make sure wherever we can configure. So there are multiple services in cloud apart from IAM. Most of the people are not even, know about CloudTrail service. So consider Jonty has deleted the server by mistake. Now I want to check that who has deleted that server. Apart from that, Jonty is, logging from their home at night 12 p.m. or 2 p.m. in my AWS account. He is downloading the data, company data in their local laptop. So I can check CloudTrail log, or consider if you're downloading log from, data from S3 service. I have to make sure that S3 server access log is also configured. So that is the most important part for a company to alerting, monitoring, and logging. So,
Absolutely.
so that is exactly IAM.
Yes.
Now, yeah.
And
please.
on the poll, exactly what you have told us, right? So on that particular percentage basis, we got that kind of a vote. So do you currently use MFA and least privilege IAM rules across your environment? So yes, fully implemented. We got 3 votes, and 1 vote for partially, and 1 vote for not yet, and 1 vote for not sure. So yeah,
Okay.
I think that's the exact view which you have told us. So that's reflecting from the audience also. Yeah, thank you so much, audience, for being engaging with us till now. So is it going well with you and for your knowledge, for your things? So just react on this particular call. So that will give us confidence and faith that we are providing something valuable to you.
Again, trust me, I have limited time, so I can deliver limited things. Okay.
Absolutely.
But
absolutely.
if I have a time, I can deliver multiple things.
Absolutely. So that's why if you want to connect with one-on-one with Mr. Janak Thakkar, so you can join our group with SAT. There you will get the direct access of his contact. So you can contact him and you can discuss about your company, about your infrastructure. He will help you out with that particular thing. Correct?
And yes, last part is most important, where we can give multiple things at free of cost. We are not going to charge you anything. So that will come after 5 minutes. But now most important part is automatic infrastructure with DevOps. It is difficult to again explain what exactly DevOps is in 2 or 5 minutes. But let me give you an example. I have to write 500 pages, and I have to make 10 copies. So total 5,000 pages. Okay. How much time it will take? 5,000 pages I have to write down.
Okay. So I think
maybe few months.
With
maybe
AI,
few-
I'm saying.
No, you have to write down on pen and
Okay.
paper by using.
Okay.
So that might take, number of days or maybe few months as well.
Months. Yes.
But consider same 500 pages copy, I have to deliver to, 10 different person. And if I will do, Xerox or print out, then might be, in few hours, I can print it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what are the advantage? When you write down manually, Jonty, you can give guarantee I can understand your writing.
Sorry.
That is not. You can give guarantee that I can understand your writing after you write down 500 pages.
No.
Can you give any guarantee you have not missed any paragraph or any single word out of that 500 pages?
I might do mistake.
Yeah. So when we are doing things manually, there are chances. But in the case of printer, when you are printing it, are there any chances? I'm not able to understand what exactly it is printed.
Yeah.
So machine, what is the use of machine? It do our task automatically, fast and accurate, I can say. Same happen in the case of what DevOps engineer is doing. So DevOps, I can generally tell that, development, operation plus QA team. So this three team, whatever they are doing manually in a company, that DevOps engineer, that things is doing automatically. So consider who is a developer here. If you are a Java developer, .NET developer, every day you need to build your code. Okay. People who are non-technical or not aware, they will not able to understand in 2 minutes. So they have to, build their code. And after building their code, they deploy that code onto the server. So DevOps engineer doing this thing automatically. So in that way, they can save development time, operation team time, and QA time as well. That is exactly DevOps engineer. So now, so that is called, CI/CD pipeline. So whatever development task is there, that is called CI, continuous integration. And what is, deployment, that is called continuous deployment, that is called CD here. That is operation team task. So previously company are doing, everything manually, but nowadays I have seen that company has started, following this practice. Now, in a cloud, you are using multiple service, okay, for development environment, like consider you are using 10 different service. And when you are doing, set up multiple things you did manually, and now you have forgot what exactly you did while you are setting up the environment. And now same type of environment, you have to set up QA environment. So might be again, it will take 1 day, 2 days or 3 days. And sometimes you forgot what exactly you did there. So that will take much time. So nowadays company are using infrastructure as a code. You might heard about, Terraform. Okay. So where you can write down the code. So whatever environment you have created, development environment, same environment you can create within 5 or 10 minutes. And one click, or automatic rollback. So just I have given an example of, database, but that is not exactly rollback. But when you are using service like Kubernetes, so consider you have deployed the code which is not working properly. So in Kubernetes, it is, giving you a facility, you can undo previous image. So you can do automatic rollback part as well. And a good thing is CI/CD when it comes, everything you are using, any kind of version control tool. So your every code is, version control. So people are considering CI/CD or, Git now as a part of DevOps as well. So that is exactly that. Previously, that is difficult to identify who has made the changes on your code. But yes, for DevOps part, I can, tell you right now only this much. In question answer, you can ask any question you might have. Now, I am coming to most important part, that is for you guys as well. So consider, Jonty, you want to use, cloud, but you are not aware what will be your cost. And initially also, you do not want to pay any cost to the cloud. So where DevOps Techlab comes into picture, in AWS cloud, there are multiple programs. So let me tell you, one program is Lift. I'm telling you few program. One program is startup program. One program where we will give you, extra credits. That program is where partner can give you the credit. One program is POC credit. So in startup program, starting from $1,000 to, you can take $1 lakh credit. Depend whether you are funded organization or not, or bootstrap organization. But we help customer in getting, $1 lakh credit as well. And good thing is we are not going to charge you anything. So consider I have supported you for $25,000 credit in Amazon. I'm not going to charge you anything. And John, you are recording this session, okay? So everyone can blame me that you have already told that you are not going to charge anything. That is the first thing. Even as a partner, so nowadays company are planning to use, AI service in cloud. But to, exactly fit AI service in their product, before they have to do, some kind of POC. Or else, right now I am using server, basic server, and I am planning to move into whether Docker or Kubernetes. So we support you in POC credit as well. POC credit means your cloud bill is, this month bill is $1,000, but when you are planning to use that AI service, you know that when I will do this POC, it costs $3,000 extra to me. So I will discuss with, Amazon team, and I will support you for that extra $3,000 credit. Okay, so you can do your POC totally free of cost. So that is the second part of credit. We will support you. Other credit that we will give you when you start using the cloud, we will give you initially $300 credit. So in that $300 credit, you can get the idea when you want to start using it. After deploying the resources, what cost occurs to me. So consider after first month, you have seen that still 200 credit is available. So that means every month you have to pay $100, correct? That's what the idea you will get. Even you can explore the feature of cloud as well. You can identify that compared to local environment, whether it is beneficial for me as well or not. So whatever the programs are there, okay, each and every program, my team will support you, okay, to get the credits. Apart from that, as we are a partner, we can give you billing discount as well. So we can give you, approximately 6% billing discount on your actual bill. So as you mentioned, there are 7 companies, they are using AWS cloud. So consider your cloud bill is $100 every month. You have to pay that $100 to the Amazon team, okay? But when you route your bill through partner, you will directly get 6% billing discount. That is the one benefit you will get. All this credit program also we will support you. If you have an AI product, okay, and you have deployed on cloud, we can support you. There are other programs for Amazon as well, where we can also support you for other credits as well. So that is what, advantage you will get. Even we will help you in setting up complete monitoring and alerting system that is totally free of cost. So you yourself can identify which resources are underutilized, which resources are overutilized, and you can get that benefits as well. And once you associate with us, our monthly 6 to 8 hour technical support will be also free, where we will guide you whether you are using proper security or not, your server are proper or not. Let me give you one example. In AWS cloud, I want to use 8 GB RAM and 2 CPU server. You will find 4 to 6 different options for that 8 GB RAM and 2 CPU server. And in each server, prices will be different. So if I am not aware for my requirement, which is better, so sometimes it happens I am paying, high cost to the cloud which I am using. So this kind of, technical support will be totally free of cost from our side. And, as I have told you, we will support you up to $1 lakh credit. So definitely we generally discuss with you, whether you are SMB customer in Amazon scenario, startup customer means company which are, developing some kind of product, they have MVP ready. So depend on, that particular thing, we will check your eligibility, but that is sure that we will, support you some kind of credit, which is, applicable to you, and all the credit program documentation. Even in a year, we will help you for free AWS cloud training as well. That is our 2-month training program. So once you associate with us, every year 1 or 2 resources can take this training totally free of cost. We are not going to charge. Well, what is chargeable now? Because that you should also aware. Otherwise, you say that whatever you have said, that is everything. You will ask me that I have to, implement everything and we need your support, that service is chargeable. Second thing, sometimes it happens, you do not want to hire a resource. Your environment is small. So our, managed service plan monthly start from $100. So you know that $100 is very, less amount. When you hire a cloud resource, you have to pay 40, 50,000 and maybe more salary, but you continuously do not require the resources. So you can take our managed service plan, that is chargeable. Okay. And you want to hire our resources for, completely full time. So that is also chargeable. Otherwise, whatever, credit program, billing discount, some hours of free technical support, monitoring system, proper setup, that everything is, totally free of cost. And as I have told you, $300 welcome credit also we will give you. Free AWS cloud training, 6% billing discount. And even say that's fine, you are taking our service or not, but if you want to do an assessment of your AWS account or any other account, whoever has joined, this particular webinar, for everyone, our, that assessment will be, free of cost. So my team will check that where are the security loopholes. Say it's not necessary you take our service. Okay. My team will check where you can save the cost, where you can, secure an environment, and what are the other loopholes. So that consultation assessment is totally free of cost. And if you want to scan this QR code, you can scan this. You can save my number and you can attach with me on LinkedIn as well. So you will get idea what exactly, DevOps Techlab is doing. Yeah, I think
Yes.
that's it. If you have any question, I'm happy to.
Absolutely. So thank you so much, sir, for that particular knowledge. And it was really helpful for all of us. I must believe it. And now the thing is, there are a lot of people who are raising hand from the, from the first minute of the session. So let's start the Q&A very quickly. So Vishal, Akash, so please unmute yourself and you can directly interact with the speaker. Hi, Vishal. Are you there?
Hello.
Hi,
Yes, sir. I'm there.
Yes.
So recently I've reached KVM 8 for I've built AI agents such as chatbots or such rack kind of systems. Apart
Correct.
from that, I use cloud AI and integrated with KVM 8. So presently
Okay.
also I'm using KVM 8 and building many further projects. Well, as well as I'm also planning to learn cloud computing for my robotics. I'm also into the robotics part. I do develop
Okay.
the robots. So that's the thing.
That's great. So if you're, building the product that is related with AI or something like that, definitely connect with me. I will support you. There are multiple programs specific to AI, okay, where you can get good amounts of credit. For your part, documentation also will be done by, from my team. See, as we are supporting you, we are not going to charge you anything. Definitely Amazon support us somewhere because we are supporting the customer who are actually using cloud. Okay. Even you are using multiple service, but for using new services like SageMaker, Bedrock, definitely you are using, but if you are not using it, you want to do some kind of POC as well. Okay. In a year, you can do POC number of times. You can ask us. There also we will support you for POC credit as well. So you have to not pay from your packet. So credit part is separate. POC credit part is also separate. And regarding robotics training, see, we conduct general cloud training that is useful for everyone. Okay, where they are using cloud infrastructure and all the you can consider course like AWS Solution Architect Associate. If you know that part, you can easily secure your environment. You can monitor your environment. You can manage your environment. So that training generally we provide, which is necessary for everyone. But again, there is no specific training for robotics part. But whatever I have told you, that credit, definitely we will support you. Even you can route your bill through partner like us. You can check our name on AWS website, DevOps Techlab. You will find that we are advanced partner. So immediately you can start getting 6% billing discount and our technical suggestion where exactly you can save the cost. Not necessary you take a paid service, Vishan.
So basically I just developed the robots, by the way. recently also developed a few kind of robots and posted in the LinkedIn. So people got interacted with me. So that's how.
Yeah,
That's great.
Presently I'm working on a small language model. So that's the reason I use all these kind of servers for the big models.
Even I will suggest you, if you are using GPU or Nvidia, there is a program from Nvidia itself where you can apply for $10,000 credit. Exact name, Nvidia exact name I forgot, but you can message me. I will give you exact name of that program. There we will not support you because that is Nvidia program. Okay, we support only for AWS program, but we will guide you which program is better for you, and there immediately give you $10,000 credit, and sometimes they give, depend on your product, $25,000 credit as well.
Done. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay,
thank you so much, Vishal, for asking the questions.
Thank you, Vishal.
And Mr. Naresh is on the queue. So please unmute yourself. Yes.
Is it recommended for multi-cloud environment for the SMB clients? Can we go for multi-cloud environment? Because it may increase the cost, and the monitoring is also. Is there any advantage if we go for a multi-cloud environment?
So let me give you an example. Where company are using multi-cloud? AWS never guarantee you, I will never down. Amazon will give you guarantee? Never. Even Microsoft will never guarantee you. Sometimes Gmail service also, stop working. Okay. So your business, what happens if Google is down? Google wants that their server will be down. Never want. So if you are kind of, company like Amazon, Flipkart, where you want that your service should never down. Okay. So what company is doing? Primary website they are creating. Okay. On Amazon, for example, and failover they are setting up on, Microsoft. So consider today, but they are doing in such a way, consider your server requirement is 8 GB RAM. So on Microsoft, where they are creating failover site, there are very less chances Amazon will down. So on failover site, they will create server 1 or 2 GB RAM server. Okay, that is possible. So whenever required, consider this is down, only within a few minutes, they will, increase the server size and immediately it start working. Even sometimes company, they are not creating failover website, but they are storing backup data on other cloud. So you are using Amazon cloud, already you have backup. So as I told you, what happened, in this war. So what company is doing nowadays, company started that practice as well. They are storing backup data in other cloud. So tomorrow, if there is any issue with Amazon cloud, or it is down for one day, actually the data will be safe, and they can, by restoring the data, they can start their service immediately. Definitely, cost will increase little, or maybe sometimes more, but that is again depend how your service is there, whether if downtime is fine for you or not. Considering that scenario, you have to use multi-cloud. So every time I am not telling that you should compulsory how to use multi-cloud. Generally, I say that if your website is 10-15 minutes down and you do not have any problem, my suggestion will be in same cloud, store the data in another region. Again, what I told the company, you have a server, AWS cloud server, you can take backup AMI, and you can backup AMI in another region. RDS database backup you can keep in separate region. If complete region is down within next 5 or 10 minutes, and backup AWS charges are very less. Okay, so in that case you can restore it, and next 10 or 15 minutes you can start the service. So it is not always suggestion you use multi-cloud, but sometimes I have seen that when you are going for funding, they generally ask the question, what if Amazon down? That is customer told me. So they prepare in advance that, okay, reply that we have already failover website on Azure cloud or Google cloud. Maybe after getting the fund, they stop that site, but that is required till that time. I hope I am able to answer, but anything other question you want me to go into depth, definitely Naresh, you can ask question.
Yeah, it's okay. I got it. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So, Karuna Sharma, Karuna ji is here, I guess. So please unmute yourself.
Anji, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
My MVP is getting developed and it is getting developed module by module, and initial first module has gone live. I've got the QAs in picture and they have started to do the testing. So first of all, I'd set a limit of something like $65, and I got an alert. Last year, things had gone. Last month, they had staged on AWS and it had gone live, and it was mid-June or something. And within I think 1 week of that, 2 weeks of that, I got alert that it has exceeded my limit. So I was kind of surprised, how come it has happened, and maybe I think they have oversized the server or something like that. So we're looking into that. And the other thing was that the QA team is now asking that maybe another sort of a URL can be created for them on AWS so that they can do the testing of whatever module has been done. So the development team is, so
AWS never touch your environment without your permission. That is the first thing. Okay. So let me give you one example related with charges. Sometimes we are not aware. I have given the example. If you store 1 TB data backup, your charge is $24 per month, but it is not necessary. Consider you are accessing that data continuously. So in case of any cloud provider, they consider download charges as well. So per GB, I'm telling about approximate charge. They are charging $0.009, and I have seen that companies paying $100 or $1,000 only for data transfer charges. Consider your website is like people are watching movie, Netflix. Okay, so where they are mostly getting their storage charge is very less, but downloading charges are increased. That is the first thing. Second thing, in Lambda service, AWS Cloud Lambda service, you have set up everything, but you are not using it. You have set up everything, so there are no charges you have to pay. But consider in a day, you are accessing that Lambda function 10 times. So consider you have to pay $0.5. But tomorrow, same Lambda function you are accessing 20 times. So you have to pay $1. I'm that is not exact charge, but I'm explaining you. After 1 week or a month, your access is increased. Okay, so you have to pay more charges comparatively. So in cloud, there are some services related with AI. How soon you are using, how many number of times you are using, depend on that they are charging you. So you have to find out that.
So my specific question was that the QA team is asking to create a separate URL on AWS for them. So there is a dev QRL where the team is working the beta one, and then the QA is asking that so that they have whatever is done on that other URL, it can be deployed there, and they can do the QA testing so that there is no confusion. And but I was worried about the cost in that case.
So definitely, if I'm using one environment, I have to pay X amount. If I'm using 2 environment, I have to use 2X. Maybe after tomorrow you will deploy production, you have to pay 3X amount. But QA is necessary, correct? So whenever you are planning to use same service multiple times, you have a development environment, QA environment, you have to definitely pay that cost.
Yeah, understood. But is this the typical way in which QA happens? Because I'm a non-technical person. Yeah.
Definitely, that is the way, because consider developer is working on one bug, okay, on development environment, and QA team is testing that. So once developer will resolve that bug, that complete code is given to the QA team, okay, on separate environment. QA team will test that. Meanwhile, developer will work on other bug or new features. So at the same time, it is not possible.
Understood.
Some company are using development environment for everything, where they want to save the cost. But these are the problems then they are facing, because QA should be always separate. And good thing is you can, write down some code wherever required. You can, generally people are not following practice. Morning, you can create the infrastructure. Even, after evening, by like in AWS, you have created this server. Okay. So even if you are not utilizing that server, if evening 8 p.m. to morning, 10 a.m., it costs you. So try to, follow the practice. At that time you stop and next day you start it. So you have to check in your scenario as well. Whenever services are idle, stop the resources, or you can create some code where, it will automatically create the infrastructure or whatever you are setting up in next 5 minutes. Try to do that in evening time, destroy it, so you can save the cost, because Saturday, Sunday, it is also not required. Okay.
Yeah.
So try to check with that team.
I'm sure I understood what you're saying, but yeah, it'll be good to connect on a call, and
Definitely.
yeah. So yeah, so I'll
So
just
please,
I'm in touch with Nipa, so I'll request her to arrange.
and that is absolutely fine. My technical team will be also there. You can show your AWS environment so they can guide you better as per your service. Okay.
Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Absolutely. So yes, and there are any other questions from the audience, so that we can move to the chat box also. Yeah, thank you, Nareshji. And yeah, I can see Shalini will have some questions. So Shalini, are you there with us? Hello. So okay, she's now there. I think she has some questions out there. Okay. Sanjuli Khurana, are you there with us? So if you're with us, so please ask your questions. So she put the questions on the chat box. So her query is K8 is what value it adds extra. GitHub is already there. So I'm not getting the more of the context, but if you can decode something, so please deliver.
So definitely you are asking for Kubernetes service, correct? If I am not wrong, K8s means, and in cloud name is a little different. In AWS cloud, Elastic Kubernetes service, Amazon Azure cloud it is AKS, and Google cloud it is GKS. So see, compared to server, it is a good practice. You use container based system where you can save good amount of cost. That is the first thing. Because when you are using container, I can say that OS part, generally, it is not using any resources, memory, or extra CPU or extra hard disk, because image sizes itself, in a sometimes few MB, wherever OS size is in GBs. So that is good practice to use container-based system. When you are having, limited number of microservices, generally I ask the company to go for, Docker-based system, like in service, different service from AWS cloud, Azure or Google cloud. And if you are using multiple microservices, I generally suggest for, going for Kubernetes. Because in Kubernetes, at last we have discussed, it will give you, facility to roll back. That is the first thing. In Kubernetes, it is giving you very high level, you can do auto scaling. Depend on if SQS, queue size. Okay, that is also given by Kubernetes, that everything is not done by some Docker based container based system. So that is what advantage you will get. But in costing part, you are getting the charge of master node. As you know what is exactly Kubernetes. So master node charges will be extra in Kubernetes, but you want to use all the feature, easy rollback and everything. Generally, I suggest. So if you have number of microservices, go for Kubernetes. If you're limited, if your bill is $100 to $200, it looks high to you. But when you are using multiple microservices, your bill is $900 and you are paying, after using Kubernetes $950 or $1,000, it not looks high. So apart from that, people are using, for deployment part, whatever you are told, Git and other services. So in Kubernetes, when I want to deploy the resources automatically, so with Kubernetes, you can use multiple other tool as well. Okay, what it will check, any new code came into Git and means new development. So what it will do, it will automatically create the image, that Docker image, and it will automatically deploy to the Kubernetes environment. So Kubernetes will not work as a kind of Git, but we can integrate Git middle somewhere, something else, and then Kubernetes. So automatically deployment part can happen. I'm not sure I am able to answer it or not, but again, if you have any cross question, you can definitely ask.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And any other from the audience want to ask any questions? So please unmute yourself and go for it. So anyone else here want to ask anything or want to know something, have any doubt, just ask. Okay. Yes, I think Pradeep Topal. So if you are here, so you can just unmute yourself and you can ask your questions. Hello, are you here? Okay, so he's saying that I'm a student building my first SaaS startup, and I have $200 in DigitalOcean credits through GitHub Student. How would you recommend I start hosting? Should I begin with single VPS? And how do early stage founders estimate cloud cost before they have real users?
So see, nobody can judge cost at starting. Let me give you one example. I have developed one school management application, okay, where at a time 100 users are using that application. I have developed that application in Java. Someone has developed same application in .NET. Someone else has developed same application, you can consider PHP, and others develop in Python. Okay, and that same application we have deployed on 4 server. Okay, at a time 100 users are accessing that application. You tell me in which application your load will be high. See, it is difficult to judge, correct, without testing. So what I have to do first, I have to deploy it. At a time 100 user will access that. Okay, consider Java developer code is not written properly. Some kind of memory leak or CPU leaks is there. So in that case, memory utilization will be high. PHP developer write down the code in a proper way, so their application working perfectly. Sometime I have seen that in web server, mostly in Linux web server, company are using either Apache web server and Nginx. So both structure is different. Same application, okay, develop a same code, but when you are using Apache, sometime it is slow. When you are using Nginx, because that they have developed in such a way, your application is working smoothly. Anybody cannot tell you without testing, because you have to test with real user. In Gujarat, let me tell you, GTU exam center. So they have also did one POC. At a time, 200 user at the time Corona have given the exam, and I have configured 32 CPU and 64 GB RAM server. In my mind, RAM utilization will be high. Okay, but what happened in the middle of exam, CPU utilization is 100%, and we have to stop the exam. Anyway, they did this POC first, kind of, whether before final exam, whether it will work properly or not. So because I am a DevOps engineer, cloud engineer, you have developed your code, someone else will test it. Without doing everything, nobody can judge. So better for doing a POC, if you require any credits, you can contact me. So you have to not pay anything from your pocket. Okay, where I can support you. Even I will tell you how to check. Your today's bill is considered $100. Okay, tomorrow it will increase to $120, and at a time 100 user are testing that. There are it's not required that 100 user will sit. There are some application by using that you can also do that. So you will get the idea exactly how much my bill will increase. But otherwise it is difficult. Nobody can tell you.
Absolutely. I hope it helps you, right? So we are moving towards the conclusion of this particular session. So it was a 1-hour session and we are already in extra time. So I think it was really helpful for all of us. And please raise your hand or just unmute yourself and ask before we conclude the session. So till now, sir, anything else you want to say us, or you want to share with us? So please, sir, go for it.
No, definitely. But if you find this session helpful, you can tag me on LinkedIn as well. And good thing, you can connect anytime. Whatever I have discussed, I have promised you that is free of cost. Generally, we try that everything you will get at free of cost. You do not need to pay any charges to us. And there are certain reasons. We are right now Amazon Advanced Partner. As we support multiple organizations, our level should be at premium partner as well. In Gujarat, right now, there are no premium partner, and we are about to complete that journey as well. And we are happy to support any startup, whether your friend's company, all are welcome. You have my number, or you can take from, Wiser team as well. Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for listening, everyone.
Absolutely. And we got a very sweet message for you, sir, on the chat box. So he told that, I know how hard it is to do what Janak sir and team are doing, and to share that knowledge acquired through years and years of experience and learning, and to share that to educate others so that they can save up, is genuinely selfless, and only a humble person with a big heart can do that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
And thank you so much, Janak sir, from my side also. Yeah, thank you so much for the reactions.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, thank you, Hussein. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
And
Thanks a lot.
yes, team Wisey say, I think someone has raised hand. Yes, go for it. Hello.
I have a question in the chat that we can take up.
Okay. Acha, we have some questions. Okay. Sandeep Kumar. So Mr. Sandeep Kumar, if you are with us, so please unmute yourself, and you can speak it loud if you want. Yes.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
So right now I'm deployed one SaaS platform, and in which I'm using multiple services. It costs me around $500 around every month.
Okay.
Right now we are in good state because we have some AWS credit for next 2 years. So that is helping us. So we are not. But there are in the future, like after 1 year, most probably 1 year left, I'm thinking to reduce the cost. So one, I'm using EC2 instance. In that, I'm using one Elastic IP, which is for the banking purpose.
Correct.
Is there any alternative for that, Malab?
So let me tell you, there are two types of IP: public IP and Elastic IP. Okay. Why you are using Elastic IP? Reason, you want to keep your IP fixed, whether server is stop or start. Okay. But when you use public IP, okay, previously what happening, Elastic IP was totally free. If you are using for server and your server is continuously running 24/7, I am talking about that is before 2 years. Okay. If your server is running continuously, that Elastic IP is free. But nowadays, Elastic IP is chargeable, that you have to pay monthly $3 to $4 cost. If you are using public IP, if you stop the server, so for development QA environment, you can use public IP. Okay, where you do not want to keep fixed IP, because development QA environment, evening 8 p.m. generally you stop, morning 10 a.m. generally you will start. So at least you have to pay, for that 8 hour or 10 hour in a week, weekly 5 days for that, public IP charges. Otherwise, there is no option other than Elastic IP, because anyway, fixed IP it is required for domain configuration as well, DNS record as well. Correct?
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
There is definitely no alternate option. Even for your company, you need any public IP. Compulsory, you have to pay some cost to your ISP. That is something like that. But before 2 years back, it was free. But now it is chargeable.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Sandeep, anything else you want to ask? I think okay. Thank you so much for asking.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, and one more request we got from our team also. Can you please share a list of common cloud cost increasing mistake and some kind of a hack to avoid this kind of a thing, so that we can control the cost and we can avoid those particular mistakes? So anything, sir?
So definitely. See, I will even consider how to reduce cost as well, because if you are not doing it properly, it will again increase your cost. Okay. So my
Absolutely.
suggestion would be check all over the server database in your cloud and just check that whether you have used reserve instance or saving plan or not. That is the first thing. Second thing, just let me tell you about Elastic IP. Sometime what happened, I have deleted the server, but I forgot to delete that Elastic IP. Everyone is doing that mistake. Okay, so make sure you are not keeping the Elastic IP which is not in use. Third thing, sometimes for some purpose we are creating the snapshot and we forget to delete it. So make sure that snapshot are deleted. Fourth thing, generally, I am telling what people are doing mistake. Consider I am using one Windows server in Amazon Cloud and I have C drive and D drive. So when I delete the server, by default, it will delete C drive, but D drive will be as it is. You are not aware that. So you can check your EBS volume, whether any volume are in available state or not. If it is in available state, that means you are getting the charges and actually it is not in use. Other thing which I can tell you, if you are using S3 storage, just try to read that, where you can use standard storage, infrequent access storage, and glacier storage. Trust me, for one project, company were paying for S3 service $1,500 charge. We have saved $1,250 for that S3 service only. So try to check, that S3 service as well. Try to put budget alarm. Okay, because sometimes because of security reason, your cost will increase. So madam has given good example that they have set the alert as well. So when my cost will be above than $80, so because recently with our customer, their bill was suddenly increased from $300 to $21,000. We already raised a ticket with Amazon. Okay, someone has used Cloud API by mistake. So if you have set alert, you will be notified immediately and you can take action. You can secure your environment. Okay, so that will generally, I can say that will increase cost. Try to make sure, the server which is not required at night time, just stop that server. And the morning time, start that server. If you want to use server for, small number of hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, or 8 hours, try to use spot instance in AWS Cloud. You will get that server up to 70 or 80% discount. So sometimes, you want to taste something, QA team want to taste something, you can use, spot instance as well. And these are the, common things. I am talking about, general service which people are using. This is where exactly you can save your cost. And IDS backup, I have already told you, try to use development and QA environment, automated backup only, so you will not get any charge. Because if you take manual snapshot, because 35 days backup is enough for development and QA environment. If you take manual backup, it costs you.
Yes, I have noted down all of the things and all of the tips.
That's great.
And I hope a lot of our audience also does the same. Okay, so thank you so much for your time, sir. And it was really valuable for all of us and audience. If you find it really knowledgeable and insightful session, so please react on this particular meet. And yeah, thank you so much, guys. Keep reacting.
Thanks a lot. Thank you, everyone.
And yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Akhilji. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Vikas. Thank you, Team YZ. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Vicky.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nipaji. Thank you, Akshat. Thank you so much. So yes, Amiteshji, good day to you also. Yes, so if anyone want to connect with sir, so we have shared the group link where sir is present. You can connect with him personally and you can discuss about your things, correct? So yeah, and that was it for today. And I'm Jonty, your host, signing off. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye. See you.
Thank you so much, sir. Bye.
Bye-bye.